Hi, I want to make this video because I want to log what I think I know as a 25-year-old. Now, I know I don't know everything. I know that what I know isn't necessarily what I'm always going to know. Maybe I'll change my mind next year. I want to see what I know this year and what I know next year and what I'm going to know when I'm 40 and when I'm 50 and 60 and 70 and whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna look back at this and be like, wow, that Shire was really cool. Or be like, wow, that Shire had no idea. I'm sure it'll be a mixture of both. But here's what I think. I'm always gonna feel maybe not the same age physically always, or in life experience always, but in presence, in spirit, in my essence, I think I'll always feel the same. Like when I speak to people in their 40s, they tell me that they still feel 17. I remember being a little girl and being like, people just keep thinking I'm just this little girl, but I feel like the same as everyone else. I don't think that age really matters all that much. We hurt and we heal and we evolve, sure, but our being and our essence, I think we're already all that we ever truly want to be is ourselves. We always have that throughout our life. So I don't think there's a certain age where we become something better. Maybe our outward reflection will feel like a better circumstance for sure. Absolutely, I believe that. But deep down, who we are, I think we're always going to be this shining light. That is ourselves. That's never going to change. That is a constant. That's what I think I know. And what else? I think that no matter how much stuff we accumulate or how much success we acquire, how successful we are in being socially accepted, whether that's monetarily, financially, or like career-wise, or like how many cool friends we have, how many cool things we have. I don't think that is as substantial as the connections we have with the people we love. I think that our true beings are made for love and connection, and that the most fulfillment we will feel out of anything is the connection that we have with the people that we love. So whenever I've had conflict with people, the most important thing that I've found is me making sure that I appreciate them. If I am upset with them, sure, I could be entitled to my feelings. I'm allowed to feel things, and I do, but at the end of the day, I know that their reaction to me or their opinions, anything that could be hurtful, has nothing really to do with me, but it's something that is like a hot stove that I don't want to go near. And I can maybe not go near that and just understand that someone else did that to them. That's what they learned. That's what they learned. That's what they recycled. That's what they choose to do, whether conscious or unconscious. If they do something hurtful, it has nothing to do with me because that is their world. And I, from a loving place, can choose to say, I forgive you. I forgive you. And you may not feel it right away. That could just sound like a lie. But if you say, I forgive you, I don't need to be around that situation again. They can be where they are. I can be where I am. If I have to cohabitate with them, we can talk about something else. We can do something else. I can forgive them. I can give them the space that needs for the momentum of whatever it is that happened to dissipate. Things can either build or they can reharmonize. We search to reharmonize. What else? No matter what I do, I'm always going to be looking forward to the other dreams that I'm going to have. Even if I catch this dream and it manifests and it's beautiful and I love it, there's going to be more dreams that I'm going to be yearning for and wanting. But no matter how much I acquire, what I really ever needed to do is to feel good about what I did. That's all that I'm searching for anyway. If I'm getting my dream, or if I'm just being in the dream that I once dreamed that's already manifested. So it's not that we don't have these things and we keep looking and staring at the things that we don't have. Work goals, relationship goals, life goals in general. Life is now. Life isn't then, life is now. What do I like doing now? What's going to make me happy now? Maybe it's something very simple, a simple pleasure. I remember looking at a flower just the other day and being like, wow, this flower is so beautiful. I've never seen this flower before. And then thinking, okay, if this thing can manifest in my life, what are the big things that can manifest? But these big things aren't going to feel so juicy and wonderful if I can't appreciate this little thing. And when these big things do manifest, as they do, I have learned to appreciate them. You know, when big things happen, it can feel overwhelming. So we want these things to happen to us in a way where we can actually appreciate it and feel secure and grounded in ourselves, and not like this thing is gonna totally knock us off our rocker, or we can open our arms and actually grab it and appreciate it. And I think appreciating the big goals is exercised through appreciating little details and the little things. And the big manifestations that we yearn for and we long for and we live for, they're actually already here. There are a lot of things that you've wanted, that you need, that we don't even look at. Like water, if you have a roof over your head, if you have stuff to eat, or maybe it's friendship, maybe it's community. Look, pick your thing. Most people don't have everything that they want, but there is something that you have. If it's a means of watching this video, that's something, that's huge. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot to appreciate. There's a lot that is gifted to you. And these gifts do not want to go unrecognized. They are here for you to enjoy. They are here for your comfort. It's not that you need to try to appreciate, but just know that you are blessed. Just because you are, just because you were born, just because you have anything that you have. A huge majority of people are unhappy with where they are. They are unhappy. There is someone else out there in the world who is wishing they could have the circumstance that you are having right now. Whatever it is that you're living, whatever it is that you could be grateful for, that you don't even maybe look at, don't even maybe appreciate. There are so many ways to create. We are creative beings. So we can create a life that is filled with our own creations. Whatever art you like to create, whatever community you like to create, whatever connection you like to create, whatever experiences you like to create. Or we can create a life that is filled with entertainment through negativity, through complaining, through gossip, through seeking approval, through anything that feels negative, but that fuels our egos. When we back up and see that we don't want to keep continuing this negative cycle of yearning and longing and chasing and seeking, But when we are as we are, then we have to decide, what do I want to create? Do I want to create beauty, or do I want to continue to dive into the habit of creating entertainment through sulking, or this false belief that I have to be this certain way, that I have this narrative about myself, that I have this impediment, that I have whatever you think may be dragging you down. It doesn't actually have to drag you down. It's a story in your mind. But you can continue to create this, or you can create something else. And I know it's simple, but it's not easy. It's like rewiring your brain. But what I find to be very helpful in rewiring my brain is to audibly say things that steer me away from the negativity. So whether it be, I forgive all others and I'm forgiven. I forgive all others and I'm forgiven. Maybe I'm trying to work on not being angry at people. Maybe I'm angry at so-and-so or whatever. I forgive all others and I'm forgiven. Whatever you see is what you feel. It's a reflection. If I'm angry, it means that I feel that people are angry at me. But I'm forgiven, and I want to be forgiven, and I also want to forgive others, and I want to live in harmony. Therefore, I forgive them, I forgive myself. I am forgiven, I forgive them. That is a wonderful affirmation that I find has really helped me. Another affirmation is, I am everything I ever needed to be as I am, just because I am. I am. I already am. My spirit is. I am. Sure, I go through the years, my body changes, my experiences change. I remember certain things, I heal certain things, whatever. But I am everything I need to be, because my soul is here. You know the song, You Don't Know You're Beautiful by One Direction? You may not know that you're already so magical. You're already so magical. And other people, they see it. They see it in you. So whether you're not used to seeing it doesn't mean that they don't see it. And those truths can exist. But also, why would you want to continue believing your truth? So, instead of being like, okay, well, sure, they think that of me, but I don't believe it. Just say, okay, I'm open to knowing that I'm more than I once thought I was. I'm open to loving myself and receiving that love. And it is healthy and it is wonderful to be happy. I know lots of us, lots of the world, lots of people they're so focused on negativity and creating negativity and trying to fight negativity and trying to battle it. But that's not actually going to help it. What helps is love. I pour love into what I do. I pour love into myself. I pour love into spreading love for others. I deserve to be happy. Maybe you don't believe that. Maybe you do. But if you don't, just practice saying, I deserve to be happy. Hearing it out loud gets into our subconscious brain. If someone keeps saying over and over an affirmation that is detrimental, it is going to show up because it goes into your subconscious brain. This is like any affirmation. So be careful what you say. Be careful not to say negative things, because these negative things get into your mind. And then you start believing those things. And maybe they were things that other people tell you. This world is filled with people who are disempowered. And I have no idea why. As a 25-year-old, that is not something I think I know. I don't know if I'll ever know why a lot of us are very disempowered. But I feel like because you want to, and you're here and you're listening, that you probably will, because you have the guts to go for it. So, I think we're gonna be okay. Not everything has to be done. We have our whole life ahead of us. There's nothing to prove There's all this media that has also seeped into our subconscious and made us compare our lives with each other. There's nothing to compare. There is only love. Your spirit is already whole. Your spirit is already everything you've ever needed. And the life around you, it is just circumstantial. It has nothing to do with you as a person, as who you're meant to be, the divine path of your life. The passion that you feel, the calling that you feel, has nothing to do with your immediate circumstance. Maybe it will help you. Maybe it does. Maybe it does help you in the long run. I think things really do help you in the long run. What else? Seeking acceptance from others. We all want to be accepted, of course. What is the one thing that leads to acceptance from others is acceptance from ourselves. That means I have to be willing to not get approval from others. What the heck does that mean? There will be people who naturally approve of you. But how do people naturally approve of you is when you are in touch with yourself. But how do you get in touch with yourself? I think a very important way of doing that is to make time for yourself. Spend time with yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to how you're feeling. If you're holding a lot of grief, if you're holding a lot of anger, processing it. And processing it how? Letting it move through your body. Stagnant energy does not help us. We want to be renewing energy. We want to be in flow. We don't want to hold on to anything because it is uncomfortable to be stuck. How do I shake that out? Shake. How? Ask yourself, how do I shake it out? How do I shake it out? And then just, it doesn't have to make sense. Maybe you want to play tennis. Maybe you want to jump up and down. Maybe you want to skip down a road. Maybe you want to throw a ball. Maybe you want to smash a plate in a safe way. Maybe you want to make a silly face. Boo. Maybe none of it matters. Maybe the only thing that matters is your own experience and what you learn and the connections that you feel. And that it's not just you. You have such an impact on other people. Your joy, your beauty, your essence vastly impacts the world. You are not alone. People are very connected to you, okay? Whether you feel alone physically or mentally or you feel alone, you're not, actually. I'm with you right now, connecting through the screen. And maybe that's all the connection that you are willing to put yourself out for. But I promise you, if you reached out to someone, they would be glad. They would want you to reach out. Because no one deserves to be alone. It is very important to reach out. So please do that. Maybe you want to talk to a therapist. Talk to a therapist. Maybe you want to talk to your mom. Talk to your mom. Maybe you want to talk to the universe or God or whatever you believe in, or if you don't believe in anything, talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. A big thing that helps is connection. We can be connected to others and we can be connected to ourselves. Connection is life force. It is the exchanging of energy. It is the flow of energy. And we are energetic beings. If you are younger than 25, or if you are 25, I would like to say that you are very smart. You will be many things. You will be many things in this lifetime, and that is a beautiful thing. You don't have to be defined by anything that you may think that you're defined as. Actually, your identity is very, very free-flowing, very expanding, very becoming. And it's going to continue to become the rest of your life anyway. You are free to do whatever you please in love and safety. And it is okay that you make mistakes. Everyone does. No matter how many ideas people may project onto you. Anything that feels negative, anything that feels like it's pressure, anything that makes you feel like the world is more than you can handle, or that people don't understand you, and that has nothing to do with you. You're actually wonderful. You're actually perfect just the way you are. You're wonderfully beautiful and amazing, and there's nothing that you cannot do. But people have their own perceptions of themselves, and they project their ideas, and that may get into your head, but it doesn't have to always be there. People don't always know how to make us feel loved, and it is only because they do not know how to make themselves feel loved. That means it is up to us to learn how to make ourselves feel loved. And it is not a small feat, but it is very possible. Only through understanding with love that there is a lot of pain that gets circulated in the world. Most people, I think nowadays, are in a lot of pain or very disconnected to their pain. So they see it externally, but they don't want to accept it in themselves. So they project it onto others, and they hate this thing, and I do not want to be this thing, I hate this thing, blah, blah, blah. But actually, this is them. This is them. This is how they feel. So they also feel unloved. But if you know that they are lovable too, that means you are lovable. And you don't have to look at them so much either. But truthfully told, everyone deserves to heal. Everyone deserves to feel loved. And I think only good things can come of it. Only good things can come of forgiveness and healing and love and peace. I think that's all. Thanks for listening. We are always becoming, and there is so much beauty to be created. Okay, bye.